We're very much aware of the views of Mr. Lloyd-Jones, and myself and officers and political members have spoken to a number of home educators, over the period regarding home educating. I think from his comments, I think he needs to realise we are not the British government and we're not a local authority. And what we've done is we've gone out to consultation, and he's trying to scaremonger by saying that all these powers are going to be brought in to sort of force our way into people's houses and interview their children and whatever.
Is that not the case then?
It's not the case. What we've said there is that we've asked to do, if asked to do an assessment, the parents can bring forward, say, their syllabus, what they're covering in the year, these sort of things, and it's only if not satisfied that they feel that they need some further information, that's what they could request. And we've made it quite clear that if we were to interview in a child's home, it would be at the consent and request of a parent.
He's used some pretty strong language to criticise this part of this bill, though, saying things like it indirectly criminalises home education, that the officers in the department are looking for a problem they haven't yet found, effectively equating it to a witch hunt. What would you say to that?
Well, I think he's probably just trying to whip up a storm about something there for his own purpose. We've got the legislation, and the legislation will go before the Houses of Keys and Legislative Council, and it'll be up to members of Tynwald to decide on what the legislation is. And as I've said to Tynwald members, if you think there's something that we should change in it, they're always more than welcome, if they're not happy with that bill, to bring amendments through on that, and we go through the process of whatever is the will of Keys and Legislative Council regarding this bill.
And what about the feelings of the people who homeschool their children? And what would you do if indeed, or when, it sounds like, this legal challenge is mounted?
Well, the thing is, we have spoken to parents of it, and there is a differing opinion because it's their interpretation of it, and we're trying to reassure them it's not the worst case scenario that they're seeing. If they bring a legal challenge, then there's a legal challenge that we have to deal with.
But if they're not happy with it, would the department still try to go ahead?
Well,
with
what
things?
we've said is that they should take in they should make their comments known on the consultation. Myself and my chief executive were in front of the Social Policy Review Committee on Friday of last week, and we said to the committee, if you feel that we should be doing something different towards home educators, we would welcome their recommendations from their committee.